What would you do if right now I told you your whole life is based on society and not your own choices or yourself at all? The moment we're born, we're exposed to this like whole new world that we know nothing about. And over time, like in your young years, your information builds up and you start to learn how to read, how to write, how to do like normal things considered by society. But all of those things were invented by humans, so you're basically just copying what everybody else has been doing with their whole life. And then people tell you you're unique when your whole life you're just trying to fit into society's norms. Like, you were literally brainwashed into thinking certain things look good and certain things look bad without even realizing it. Your whole perspective right now is literally just by how you were raised by your parents and the society. Literally nothing else, because you don't know anything else can exist. Your whole brain right now is what you have experienced and what you think, like how you think about life. So your whole life is just based on what people have told you and your beliefs that have been crafted from those experiences. People out there trying to tell you like that you are unique, you're literally not. Because everybody in this world has some sort of norms that other people have, which of course is also a good thing, because if everybody had like acted differently, it would be weird as well. But like, society keeps telling you that certain things look bad and certain things look good, which maybe isn't even true at all. It's just our brains are so literally robotic and so programmed to the point that we think these things are normal, but they're not. Perfect examples giving you social media. Social media has normalized looking a certain way. Social media has normalized, like, if you don't have a small waist or if you don't have a six-pack, that you're weird. It's literally been normalized to look a certain way and to act a certain way. The amount of videos I see that are telling you to be unique but are making you normal is tragic. Because this is your own experience and you're supposed to decide how and why you want to experience or do certain things. But subconsciously, everything you do, because this is how you're made, everything you do is affected by other people. It's impossible to not do things affected by other people. It's really hard to get out of this system because people are going to keep telling you what to do and society is going to be forcing things on you 24/7. It is literally impossible to escape the system that has been made for over thousands of years by humans, by literally ourselves. People keep following it. Literally for your whole, I bet you for most of your life, if you're the average person, you've been told, so you have to go to school. After you finish school, you have to go to college. Then you have to work a 9 to 5 your whole life. After you finish your 9 to 5, you can go into retirement and then you die. And that's your whole life. And there's nothing else you can do about it. Like, that's literally your whole life. And I find people, like, people say they care about their lives so much, but they're sentencing themselves to this life when you could do anything out there. Like, you could do anything you want right now, but society has forced you to do a 9 to 5 job just because everybody else is doing it. Like, how crazy and stupid is that? That you are literally being forced to, like, into society and you're forced to do these normal things. What scares me the most is, like, trends. Someone that still goes to school. Like, I see the amount of trends. Like, if, for example, I live in Ireland, so if you're not wearing Nikes, or if you don't have a Nike bag, you're considered weird. Or I see like those girls with huge bushy eyelashes thinking they look good. No offense to anyone who wears those, because they've been taught by society that's the only way they can look good. So many, like makeup, for example, as a near 14-year-old, basically, I would probably be expected by now to start wearing mascara or any sort of concealer or something like that, but I don't. Not just because I think it's fake, but also because I don't understand why I should. Give me one good reason why I should wear makeup right now. Literally. You're hiding yourself from the world because society has forced you to act this way. Because smart people smarter out than you have set up the system. I know sometimes we like follow society norms without even realizing it. We follow things without realizing it. It's subconscious because that's how we are wired as human beings, to follow other people. That's why 99% of people end up just dying with absolutely no purpose. Nowadays in this life, no one does what they want and no one fulfills their purpose in life. Because we've all been forced into doing certain things and acting a certain way. It's really crazy if you think about it. You're forced into this whole system from the moment you're born, and you just have to live in that square. And you're not able to walk out of it, because if you walk outside of it or if you act different, you're just stupid and you're weird. Another thing I don't understand is for all those people out there that care about their work life and their school life, and they're focused on what other people think about them and whether people like them or not. Why is this stupid? It's because, for example, someone who goes to school, I'm going to keep using school as an example. I go to school. I don't give a you-know-what about what people think about me. And that's just because I know it's only a fraction of my life that goes into school. It's only a fraction of my life that's going into this society right now because I'm forced into it. I'm forced to go to school. And if I didn't pretend, even if it, like in Ireland, you can quit school at 16, which is what I'm planning to do. But to everyone I've talked to about that, people are like, what are you doing with your life? What are you going to do? How are you going to get a job? Even to the other kids my age that I've talked to, whenever I say that, they're like, whoa, what are you going to do with your life? They all act like if I quit school, I'm just going to die or something. Like, literally, if I don't pass an exam, it's the end of the world. If I don't act normally around other people, but if you're too smart, you're just weird, you're a nerd. If you're not smart enough, you're not going to get into a good college and you're not going to live a good life. If you're somewhere in between, you're just in between and nobody cares about you because you're too in between. That's how society thinks about things. So if you think about it, no matter what you are, society is never going to accept you. So you're going to keep on striding to fit into those norms. So maybe at one point in your life, now that you've watched this video, you might realize you don't need to fit into those norms. It's literally just a system made by people from the government and everybody else in this whole world that's been created, that you have to act and look and be a certain way. But you don't have to be. No one is forcing you to do that. The only person that is forcing you to do that is yourself, because you don't understand that there can be any other way to do things. Even if you think your decision is 100% what you feel you should do, always question your decision and try to look at all different options and all the different angles. Because if you don't, sometimes you're just brainwashed into thinking there's 2 options when in fact there's 20. Plenty of people that I know are either forced to be doctors or lawyers, and I'm just there like, whoa. Like now in this world, so people don't want you to have an average job. They don't want you to work in Lidl or Aldi or all those like Super Value, whatever it is. But for some reason, if you're a doctor, that's the only way you get success. If you're a lawyer, that's the only way you can become successful. But people have to understand, no, not everyone is smart enough to be those type of people. Not everyone is going to achieve that, and not everyone can get into law school or medicine. So you'll have to stop making these norms normal. Like, start being yourself. Start trying to understand yourself. Start trying to create new experiences that you decided to make actively so you can become your best self. I see all those videos out there going like, yeah, how to be an it girl, how to be beautiful, how to be attractive, how to fit into high school, how to get through middle school, all those things. But at the end of the day, those videos that are made by those people still want to fit into society norms, and they're forcing you into society norms as well. If you think about it logically for 1 minute, every single person that has achieved success has done something different. Has done something differently from the average person. The question you have to ask yourself, if someone's your inspiration, whatever it is, it's a celebrity or anything, you have to ask, what did they do differently from other people to achieve this? And then you have to ask yourself, what do I want to do differently to make myself different from others? To make myself happy with myself? Because at the end of the day, we keep getting forced into these norms, into this whole world that if you're not this or if you're not that, it's not normal. And I just think that's crazy. The way you can track this the easiest way is that every couple of years, like, beauty standards change and all that. I saw this on TikTok and everything, and it's just crazy because if you think about it, you're blindly following the media, and the media is literally changing your opinion every couple of years. So think about it. If the media can change your opinion, but you can't change your opinion by yourself, then there's something crazily wrong with you. There's just something wrong. Because that is not normal. I just don't understand why all these people are being forced into these things. It's so stupid. Anyway, guys, that's it for today's video, and I really want you to think about what I've said today because I just don't think this is addressed enough on the internet or anywhere else, and it's a really important topic that people should be addressing more often. And yeah, that's all I have to say for today, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye!